Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time you're watching this. I'm back with a list ranking my favorite OCs. OC stands for original characters. First up, we've got my all-time favorite OC, Oscar the Cat. He doesn't do much with regard to the plot, but he is a comforting presence and generally just adorable. He is an attention-seeking furry little weirdo. He is often seen in Chance's Corner, a fictional local cafe that is close to his home. Next up, we have Rahima Aaden. Not only is she super cool and the sort of best friend that you not only want but also need, but she is also the representation I needed growing up as a Somali Muslim living in England, and a foil to my secondary antagonist, because she's the sort of cool girl that they want to be and think they are, but they're not. She's the real deal and they are just phonies. Next up, Vivian Chance. Vivian was initially going to be my only main character, but then I decided to develop my characters more after I realized that they hadn't been developed enough. And after that, that just branched out into the multiple POV chapters. She is just so sweet and so kind and doesn't deserve the bullying that she goes through. Next up, we have Louis Jessel. Basically, if a golden retriever was a person, it'll be him. He is the hype man and supportive friend that everyone needs. Unfortunately, he doesn't quite know how to comfort people at times, and says the wrong thing sometimes. Next up, Ankit Khatri. Ankit is another one of my main characters, and what I like about him best is his tenacity and his determination. He is just constantly doing anything he can to get that award-winning best scoop. That thing that pushes him into journalistic fame and fortune. Well, more fame than fortune, but you get my drift. As he is Louis' best friend, he often finds himself following Louis around, explaining stuff, and apologizing for him when he has to. That's okay, because Louis is his best friend. We are no longer in the category of main characters, and now we're going on to side characters. Here we have Sigmund Proudfoot. He's not a main character, I know. That's not going to stop me from putting him on in this list. He is just so sweet, and he just loves bees so much. That's literally the only reason why he's here. He has no idea what's going on around him. He just really loves bees. Next up, Mrs. Chesterfield. I honestly haven't really got an idea of what her first name is going to be. I've just been calling her Mrs. Chesterfield this whole time. And although she is a side character that doesn't really do much plot-wise, she has grown on me. She is only ever seen in Chance's Corner and treats Vivian like her own granddaughter. Partly due to her friendship with her grandmother, Catherine, before Vivian was born. I'm not entirely sure how to write that, but I will figure it out. And lastly, we've got Elizabeth Joyner. Elizabeth Joyner is the mother of Adeline Joyner, and Adeline is a secondary antagonist in School Bully. So I am surprised that I like her so much. Honestly, I just think she got a rough deal. You know, like, Adeline is her only daughter, and when Adeline was born, she figured that this would be a chance to have some more feminine energy around the house. You know, that's her baby daughter. But Adeline turned out nothing like her. Elizabeth is sweet, and Adeline is cruel. Elizabeth loves having her hobbies. Adeline thinks they're a waste of time. Honestly, I did her dirty. Anyway, that's it for my favourite OCs. Thanks for listening.